let it rip. Now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win. If you tested me, you better think again. Let it rip. Now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win. If you tested me, you better think again.
Hey everyone, it's the Gadget Guru. Okay, this is gonna be Gadget staples in this format. These are two staples that I tested at the YCS. I was like, these could become staples if they're good enough. So I started play testing them at the YCS, and they performed flawlessly. I mean, they were just too good. Like, I mean, I honestly looked at my board constantly, going, "Oh my God, this card is broken. Oh my God, this card is broken." It saves me games, So I wanted to go ahead and go over them, and show you them. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna show you 3 of them. I might do a 4th. We'll see. First one, Mind Crush. With all the searching and the adding to hand, and I can go I can list 10 cards off the top of my head that I used this on at the YCS. Rhoda, Stratos, E-Call, Sheehan Smoke Signal, Hero Blast, what do you call that card? Pot of Duality? Yes, I can't remember his name. Pot of Duality, Gold Sark, Morphine Jar, and you're probably wondering, what did you call a Morphine Jar? Well, when they flipped a Morphine Jar and I saw what they discarded in their hand, and I saw what the deck they were playing, I was like, oh, I know what your big cards are. Against Fish, I called Trunade, or against Fish, when they did Trunade, I went, Colon Camp? Ultimate Ancient Deep Sea Colon Camp? And they're like, there's no describing that. And lastly, this card saved me a game. I was playing a Monarch player, and he had 4 cards in hand. He goes Special Summon Treeborn, remove one from his hand for what do you call it? Summoning Curse. I'm like, okay. He's like, and then he goes Enemy Controller from his hand. So he has 2 left. I'm like, sure. He's like, take your monster. I'm like, sure. He's like, Special One back Treeborn. Remove another one. So he got Treeborn and my monster. I'm like, what could be attributing for? Oh, Lad. Shit. Mind Crush. Light and Darkness Dragon. Oh my gosh, dude. You should have seen this dude. He was like, what? I mean, he got mad. Though I understand, because that was just such a pro play on my part. I mean, I saw the Lad coming out, I went Mind Crush Lad, and I hit a Lad. I mean, it was just so amazing. So, Mind Crush is amazing. Every time I drew this card, I used it. Guaranteed. Every time I drew it. It's just that good. The next card is Divine Wrath. Now, a lot of people gave me shit about this at the YCS for running this, because a lot of people went down there and tested with me, and they saw my deck and they're like, oh, Divine Wrath, that's not very good. That's pretty nasty. I wouldn't run that. This card wins games. Understand that. This card is broken. Basically, any monster has an effect that activates Monarchs, Colon Camp, Lad, Shien, any of the Samurais, anything like that. You just boom, eat it. Eat a Divine Wrath. That lightning comes out of that hole and goes into your hole. I mean, what? I didn't say that. But no, I mean, it saved me so much. It was just such a good card. And I don't think 3 is. I think 3 is too much. 2 is fine. 2 was beautiful, because I was sitting there and they're like, boom, 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 boom. They're going crazy. Black Rose. I'm like, Divine Wrath. So I mean, it was a really good card. It saved me 2 or 3 games. And like I said, I went 9-2, and the reason I think I went 9-2 is I chose the right tech. I think the right tech can break or win games, literally. So, this is just tech I'm passing on to you guys. I'm telling you right now in this format, it's good tech. Yeah, I guess I'll do this card. I don't know if I want to do this one or not, but I'll do it. So you'll have 4 cards here. Next one, Drastic Drop-Off. Now, Drastic Drop-Off is broken. Now, why it's broken is anytime you add a card to your hand, I play Drastic Drop-Off. I discard that. If you draw multiple cards or add multiple cards to your hand, I play Drastic Drop-Off. Look at all of them and then discard any one I want. So not only did I just, I think I do that. He played Morphing Jar on me. I went Drastic Drop-Off, looked at his hand, and I went, oh, Trunade, I'll discard that. But I get to see everything else in your hand, because it says, look at those cards and discard one. So I get to look at all the cards in his hand and go, so that's what you have. So I know to play those back rows then. Okay, I'll discard, Trunade. And that game knowledge, that game advantage, it won me that game. Like, it just completely won me that game because everything he did, I had an answer for. I was like, yep, I knew you were gonna do it. Boom, boom, boom. I knew you were gonna do it. So and this even prevents top decking. Like, if you're playing in a top decking war against your opponent, and they're like, oh crap, they like use everything they have to try and synchro for something, and you solemn warning it, it's a top deck war, they draw, drop off. They draw, drop off. I did that in my feature match, actually. If you guys read my feature match, I started killing his top decks with drastic drop off in the feature match. Dude, he didn't like that very much because he was like, draw Shen, smoke signal. He's like, yes, I'm like drastic drop off. He's like, what? So, amazing card. And the last card I want to show you, yes, I'm pulling these out of my deck because I just was playing with my friends, so all these tech cards were in my deck. And I could have pulled them out before I started this video, but then where's the entertainment in that? Alright, last card, guys. Summoning Curse. Now, I've already touched on this card a few times, but I just played a game, and as my friend Ryan can tell you, this card kills. It just kills. I mean, like, you go, boom, Summoning Curse, your opponent goes, what? I mean, it just like, because he was playing a plant variant, and it special summons a lot. I mean, it just like special. It special summons a lot. So when I played this card, they looked at me and went, what? Because it's like a slap in the face. I mean, it really is. It's just that big of a. I mean, honestly, normally you want to MST my back rows, but when I play this card, you're like MST that card. So this card is really good. I mean, it's amazing because like everyone gives me crap because it's like, oh, you have to pay 500. What do I care? I'm paying 500 a turn. You're removing a card from your hand per turn. That's like a free freaking confiscation per turn. I pay 500. Remove a card in your hand every turn. I like. And some people are like, well, it's not every turn, I mean, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, yeah, it's not every single turn. But it usually ends up being that because frogs, they need to keep bringing back their Treeborn, or if you're playing plants, they're going to keep specialing. Like, I actually played a friend, and he actually started running into this card inadvertently. Like, he didn't even mean to. Like, it was kind of funny because he summoned Card Trooper. And he's like, declare mill. I'm like, sure. He mills 3. He hits 2 dandelions. Well, 1 dandelion, then he milled another one. But anyways, that's not the point. He hits dandelions. So he's like, oh, shit. Because it's a force. I mean, you can't just be like, I don't want the tokens. I don't want the tokens. You can't do that. You have to take the tokens and get over it. So he took the tokens. And he's like, okay, so I have tokens. But I lost the card in my hand. And he had to remove from play. I think he had to remove from play Pot of Avarice, which hurt him really bad. But the only options he has were Pot of Avarice or Lad. And he was going to sack for Lad next turn. So he attached me a Card Trooper for 19. Over a Gadget, I take 7. I'm like, sure. He's like, your turn. I'm like, okay. I draw. I'm thinking, oh, I don't like this. I'll summon another Gadget. Attacker with a token. He's like, okay. Because he still got Card Trooper, and he still got the Card Trooper. And the other one. So he's like, okay, I'm fine. And I'm like, So I was thinking, he's at 2 monsters. 1 card in hand. The chance that it's a lad is low, but I don't want it being a lad. So I played Fissure, killing his other token. That annoyed him. So he's like, okay, draw. He's like, awesome. So he could sing. He had 2 choices. He could special summon Plague Spreader by returning 1, but then you have to return 1 and then remove 1 due to curse. So he was like, oh well, F that. Or he could special summon Glow Bulb and tribute for Lad. And he was like, well, I could do that. So that's what he decided to do, and Lad got solemned. Because I don't like Lad, I'm biased. But like I said, this forces them to do moves they never want to do. Like, I mean, because it just punishes you. I mean, if you special summon, I don't special summon, so I don't care. But if you special summon, this punishes you so badly. Because you're like, oh, to special summon anything, I have to lose another card. I mean, that's ridiculous, especially if you're using, like, Plague Spreader or Glow Bulb. And in Glow Bulb, you use, like, middle top card of your deck, whoop-de-doo, special summon, Synchro. But now you're like, remove 1, summon, Synchro, remove 1. I mean, you keep losing cards so fast that you don't even know what to do. Especially in Synchro decks like Plants. I mean, it wrecks Plants. So, fourth card for tech, and I think these are honestly in like oppression gadget, counter gadget, whatever you want to run, whatever kind of anti-meta gadget you want to run. Obviously, it wouldn't be good in Machina. Don't make stupid remarks about Machina decks. Well, it would hurt Machina. Machina is crappy deck in my opinion anyway. So, I mean the anti-meta decks, the counter gadgets and the oppression gadgets and the stall gadgets. And yes, actually, there's a deck called Stall Gadget. I didn't even know there was, but there is, and it's extremely awkward. I saw one at the Shonen. It works, just anyways. And if you're wondering how's it Stall Gadget, it runs like swords and like 3 messenger of pieces, and it's weird, dude. It did like threatening roars and stuff, and I don't even understand it myself, so I'm not even gonna go into that. So that's my video. Staples in this format for counter gadget decks. I will be trying to get another video up tonight. I'm gonna go to work. I don't know how late I'll be getting back. I'm supposed to get off at like 11 to midnight. So if I have the energy when I get back, I'll make you guys another video. If not, sayonara.